What is going on, folks, and welcome to the OnePride podcast. We talk all things One and Pride. We're talking about Detroit Lions. That's what we're all about here. Lions, Eagles, massive game, Sunday Night Football. We're going to talk about that, obviously. We're going to get into the Lions injury news, and there is a boatload of injury news, good, bad, and the ugly right there. And we're just going to get into the latest player news and everything out there. So I appreciate everybody hanging out for tonight's show here. We got Whitney in the building, Brandon, LM, Survivalist, Dusk, Dre, Joel, Tony in the building. Appreciate. Says, I want it to be Sunday already. I am with you. I am ready for that game, and I am hoping that the Detroit Lions will win that game. I don't think he's going to get suspended. I think that would be ridiculous. But let's go ahead and jump into the Detroit Lions injury report. And boy, oh boy, there is a lot of these folks that are dinged up here. So let's get into it. We got who had no practice here, Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta, not at practice, dealing with a back injury. This is the second day that he has done that. Hopefully he can play on Sunday. He's a type of guy that actually, he really, what in the heck? He's really an individual that can play through pain. We've seen that in the playoffs. There's something on here that I don't like. I'm going to remove it. So what in the heck? Okay, something's going on. All right. There we go. Got that off there. So we'll see if he can come back. That's going to be a big one right there. What is going on, Eric? Appreciate you coming in the building there. So hopefully he can come back. No pun intended. Pat O'Connor downgraded from limited. He's just a guy that we're dealing with. He's a rotational player. Terrion Arnold still in concussion protocol. Now, Shep was saying that it looks like he probably could play. So he was in good spirits. Maybe he can play. It's looking like he could play. So Terrion Arnold in there. And Kirby Joseph did not practice as well. I would expect him not to play at all. I would expect Kirby Joseph to come back on Thanksgiving. Why is that? Because that's when we face the Packers. And I expect DJ Reed, Marcus Davenport, and Kirby Joseph to return in that game. So those are the Lions injuries there. Limited practice. Sione Vaki is an important piece to the Lions special teams. Hopefully he can play. Jacob Sailors as well. Brock Wright. It's good that he's getting practice in there because right now the Lions are dinged up at the tight end position. Penei Sewell, that's the best one of all. Taylor Decker as well. Miles Frazier getting closer to return, but he's got a lot of practice he's got to do before we can really count on him. But that is good. Joshua Pascal as well. 12 days remaining on his evaluation. I don't know when he plays. We don't really know that, but I expect Thanksgiving, right? Probably next week, potentially. This one, Marcus Davenport as well. That's great news. I would expect Thanksgiving. Amik Robertson, he's dealing with a hamstring injury. It's a new injury. He practiced limited. Hopefully it's not serious because all our secondary players are dinged up. And DJ Reed, we don't expect him to play at all, but he's getting healthy. I would expect Reed, Davenport, Pascal to be good to go for the Thanksgiving Day game. So massive rebound of players. And Kirby Joseph. So I'd expect those four players to come back for the Thanksgiving Day game. Lions are getting healthy. Just dinged up still. We're always dinged up. Full practice, Graham Glasgow, Aiden Hutchinson, and Malcolm Rodriguez. Malcolm Rodriguez, I expect him to play on Sunday. Special teams for sure. So expect Malcolm Rodriguez to finally make his debut. Aiden Hutchinson is fine, and same with Graham Glasgow. So that's the Lions injury report. We're going in the right direction. We got to face the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Don't know exactly how our secondary is going to look, but to be honest with you, I'm not concerned. Our backups are good. I believe in Kelvin Shepard can put them in positions to succeed. And let's keep it a buck. The passing offense of the Eagles doesn't scare me. It's not like it's Matthew Stafford of that nature. What important is we will be healthy going into December. That is the most important part of this whole thing. I have talked about this throughout the NFL season. I love the wins. Obviously, we all want the wins, right? That's what we need. You got to wins. But it's being healthy for the playoffs. That's the most important thing, because we can get to the playoffs. We could be a 13-win team, but if you're not healthy, you get bounced, right? So we just need to be healthy for the playoffs, and it looks like that's going to be the case. And that is awesome for our football team. Exactly what we need right there. So for Lions injury standpoint, it's not looking too bad. And I'm happy, but now this game on Sunday coming up, I don't expect Kirby to play. I expect Brian Branch to play, backup safeties, all of that, but I wouldn't expect too much of anything else. We get into the Lions and Eagles. Like, this is a big game here, folks. This is a huge game for the Detroit Lions to face the Eagles. This could absolutely determine who is going to be the number one seed in the NFC. It's a big weekend for that, because you got the Rams facing the Seattle Seahawks. Those are two huge ones. And then obviously you get the Lions and Eagles. Those are massive ones for sure. But you look at the stats here, and stats is not everything. You got to understand both teams have had injuries, and obviously Lions change offense. So just put this with a grain of salt, but we're just going to go with stats, kind of give you an idea. For total offense, the Detroit Lions is really good, right? It's right below the Rams here. And, whoa, it went the opposite way. Right below Rams here. Top 6 offense in points. So the Lions offense, and I expect it to get better with Dan Campbell's play calling. I expect this to continue to get better. Same with all the offensive stats. Philadelphia Eagles, they're in a world of hurt. Like this, their offense has not been going too well. They're at the bottom of the stats here. A.J. Brown, not too happy right now. They do got some great weapons. Saquon Barkley, right? He's a guy. But the reason why their offense has not been as good as it's been, offensive line has been much gutted, and they're kind of beat up right now in the offensive line. So that's what's hurting their football team. And I got to say that the Detroit Lions defense should be able to make some plays here. And if you've watched the game, and I've watched the Philadelphia Eagles play, they look slow compared from last year. They look slower. Lions passing offense, this is going to go up. And now, this one will go up. But look, top 10, passing offense, JG. But again, the Eagles, bottom. Okay? Now, Lions secondary is going to be beat up a little bit. Again, I expect Kelvin Shepard to do a phenomenal job. It's going to be hard because it's on the road. Obviously, you give them the factor, but it's not like the Philadelphia Eagles are juggernauts right now. Rushing, look where the Lions at, right? Where we're always to be. Lions can run the football. Philadelphia Eagles, again, 2/3 of the pack. Offensive line has hurt that football team, and that's why they run the football bad. Saquon Barkley is not as good as what he was. I don't think the Lions will shut out the Bucs. Oh, hey, it's the Eagles. I don't believe that'll be the case. They'll score points. And it's at home. It's not on the road for them. Lions, here it is, though. Their Lions are putting up points. And the Eagles' defense really down that much. The Lions are averaging right now 31 points per game. Philadelphia Eagles is averaging 24. Can they hold the Lions down just enough. Do you think the Lions can score 28 points in this game? I would say yes. Defense. Lions are actually not too bad in total defense here, even, I mean, especially with Calvin Shepard. It's getting better here. Totally, you know, we're top 10 in regards to yards, right? Doing pretty good at juncture for this football team. Philadelphia Eagles a little bit different, right? They're middle of the pack here. They're still a good defense. I would put that in there. There has been some injuries. So you look at some of these defensive stats. Don't just think it's all bad. Oh, it's going to be easy steamroll. Actually, they've had injuries. They are really good defense. Lions defense, again, you know, a little bit above average there in regards to the passing. Defense. Philadelphia Eagles right below the Detroit Lions. So it's pretty good right there, but I would trust the Lions pass offense a little bit more. Rushing. Lions doing pretty good stopping the run here. Again, top 10. And this is where we could take advantage because the Eagles here, they're giving up runs. If this offensive line for the Detroit Lions can run block, Tate Ratledge continues with Penei Sewell, you'll be able to run the football, especially with Dan Campbell calling plays. Lions defense, again, it's a little bit above average in regards to points. And Philadelphia is just a little bit better from a point standpoint. That game for the Packers definitely helped. So it's not like it's a game where it's completely blown out. Turnovers, they're generally the same. I think the Lions got, 6, and they got 5, so it's right there. So I think that, to be honest with you, this is going to be a fun game to watch. I think the Lions will win this game. I'm going to go 32 to 27. Lions win this game. I think the Lions offense is just better right now. And I think the Lions defense can contain this offense. Jalen Hurts can get points sometimes with his legs, but he is not the most mobile quarterback in the world. And I tell you what we did with mobile quarterbacks this year, I think the Lions can do a good job making sure he doesn't kill us with his legs. And the way he throws the ball, if we don't stop big-time play, because they are the team that does the big play, the Lions can win this game. So, in my opinion, I got the Lions winning this game here. Again, 32-27. What do you guys think in the comments? We got 31-17. We got 56-3. We got Philly 27. Ghost Most 45-28, 31-27. And look, if the Lions win on Sunday, this is my prediction. They win versus Giants and they win versus Packers. They'll be 10-3. 9-3. Sorry, they'll be 9-3 after the Packers game. They will beat the Giants. They will beat the Packers. Why do I say this? Davenport's coming back. Reed's coming back. Like, everybody's coming back for that Packers game. And the Lions will be heavy favorites versus the Giants. 32-27, 37-33, 35-14, 38-35. Got a game tonight. Doesn't really mean anything unless you're watching for AG. The rest of the games we do got to watch, we'll be rooting for Buffalo versus Tampa Bay. We're going to actually be rooting for Minnesota versus Chicago. We got to root for Atlanta versus Carolina. Carolina's 5-5. The New York Giants, unfortunately, got to face Green Bay. Maybe the Giants can pull off an upset, but they are butt cheeks, so I'm not going to put it in there. And then the game of games is at 4:05. 7-2 Seattle versus Los Angeles Rams. Those are the other two juggernauts. I don't know who to root for in that game. I don't know. Both those teams are good. Seahawks are underrated. We'll put it right there. But I still would I'd rather face Seattle than Rams. So I guess I'll go for Seattle here. We want to root for Arizona versus San Francisco. And then Dallas, don't really matter, but we'll root for the Raiders. They're a 3-win football team. So not too bad. Not too bad right there. So that's what we got going on for those games. It's going to be interesting. So if the Lions win, they won't be the number 1 seed. If they win on Sunday, they'll be the number 2 seed because no matter what, the Rams or Seahawks, one of those is going to be a winner unless there's a tie. So we'll see how that game plays out. If you got questions, throw it in the comment section. We'll do the mailbag segment relatively right now. Just got to find my little setup. There we go. And I got to hook it up for you guys. The big comment, wherever it's at. B-I-G. Gotta find it. Where is it? Big comment. There we go. Turn this on. All right, we're going to take your questions. Just got to turn it on. All right, let's get it. Do I need a Netflix or Amazon subscription to watch the Lions game? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know where you're at. It's going to be Sunday Night Football, so you should be able to watch it on Sunday Night Football at ESPN as well as, I think it's Channel 8. What's for dinner? I don't know. Taco sounds pretty good. Next question here. Mike, do you think that we'll see more shallow crossers? Yes. We're going to see the same type of plays that we have been seeing with Ben Johnson. Why is that? It's not the Ben Johnson offense. It's the Dan Campbell offense. Dan Campbell's calling the plays. You're going to see the same plays that we're used to seeing. 100%. So, yeah. Honest question, do you think that the Packers will make it to the playoffs? They appear to be. I expect them to make the playoffs. I do. They got a pretty easy schedule. And you got to figure, I think they're better than the Vikings. I think they're better than the Bears, even though the Bears got a better record right now. Schedule just seems to be a little bit easier. How do you feel about John Morton taking some accountability during the press conference today? About time. I like it. He knows his role. He's not the play caller anymore. He knows his role. Next OC, I'd look at the tight ends coach. Yes, he is hurt. He's dealing with a back issue. Don't know the severity of it. He did not practice the last 2 days. Hopefully plays on Sunday. I would expect it. Laporte is a strong dude. Feel like a mild celebrity with my pictures and comments up there in the box. Hey, you show it, I show it. Will JMO run a reverse this week? I'm going to say yes to this one because I thought they would do it last week, but I'm going to say yes. They did the reverse to Khalif Raymond. Watch him do it to JMO this time. I agree with you. You think JMO will get 4 or 5 receptions every game? No. It's going to be different. It's going to be how teams dictate. They want to continue to double up on St. Brown, then this is what they're going to do. The Lions are just going to spread the ball around to who's ever open. That's what Jared Goff does. And he just so happened to be open. With honor, you will keep your fame. Down the field and go. Lions gain victory. That's what it's all about. He says Laporta will probably play. He plays through injuries. Yes, he does. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. How many yards do you think Gibbs will get if the Eagles' defense can't contain him? Damn, they got a great linebacker, so I'm going to go with the 115 yards. 115 yards. That is me. That is my last name. I am a Kimber. The flea flicker. We love the flea flickers. I don't know if they'll do that in this game. Maybe they'll wait a couple weeks. Maybe that one for the Green Bay game. Hassanin is back, and it's good to see him back. We love Hassanin out there. He's got a great personality. Love it. Have you seen Stafford's stats? Not bad for an old man. Hey, he's looking good right now. He's like MVP of the league. If that back stays good, it's going to be hard to face. Gibbs is going to the Hall of Fame record before his birthday in March. So I'd like it. What do you think about J-Mo and Gibby? I love them. Everybody said, oh, no, we need to trade J-Mo. He is just a decoy. Wah, wah, wah. I said, no, no, no. It's offensive line and John Morton. John Morton lose play calling. Now he looks good. So what do you think? I think they're going to be great. Gibbs has become my favorite player. He says, I love watching him play. So do I. I love watching him play. Thank you so much, Grandizer. He says, hit that like button. Absolutely. I see Flea Flicker, the Cowboys. We had a tendency to pull that back in the playbook. Yeah, we did that to them before. We may not need to do it this time because they're not that great of a defense. Is there an average of explosive plays that you need to win a game? No, it just depends. Just depends. I mean, look at the last game with the Eagles. There's just one play that was explosive. Now, it won the game, but you could have explosive plays, and then you could have nice, thought-out drives that are not explosive and that crush people. So, to be honest with you, I prefer the long, sustained, crushing drives because it wears the defense out. I do like the big splash plays. We all love it. It looks great. But I do like the idea of just punching you in the face and getting a touchdown. That always makes me feel better. Nubisi likes football for J-Mo. Second half of the season, J-Mo leads the team in receiving yards. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with that at all. He's better as a consultant. That's what Morton will be. He is consulting. He knows his role. So you don't have to just throw deep. You don't have to throw them deep. You can hand it to them. That's why I like the jet sweeps, end arounds, quick slant. You know, those are the type of things that all you got to do is give them the ball. Now, don't do a screen that's behind the line of scrimmage. You can get the ball out in 2.5 seconds to one of these playmakers, and if you just seen, they make the plays. When Jared Goff's got to throw it 5 yards and J-Mo picks up 30, that's the type of stuff we like. Got a shower after this, but maybe I'll put it off for a few weeks. Oh. I hope they're going to the Super Bowl as well. How many plays is Tesla on the field per game? I don't know what happened last time or last week, but before that it was like 3. It's definitely more last week. We've seen the Eagles defense get torched by runners, and these, I know we have been, but remember, they also had injuries to the defensive line. Some of those games, Jalen Carter wasn't playing. He is a difference. He is a difference maker. You take Vita Vea out of that Buccaneers defensive line, and Lions could have put up 7 yards a carry. But he's playing, and so it's gonna be tough. Those Braga right now are about to be so sweet when we win the Super Bowl this season. I want to win the Super Bowl so effing bad. So effing bad. So close. Tesla plays a lot of special teams. He's in sets. He doesn't get targeted as much. Yeah, we need him on the field more. He needs to be our Tim Patrick. They got to implement him like they did Tim Patrick. That will make this offense even better. He's got to be getting there as a number 3. They got to get him more. You get him in the middle, and you're talking about you're going him versus some nickel cornerback that's 5'8". Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the 6'4" wide receiver there. When's the last time we won in Philly? Man, it's been a long time. Sunday will be the last time, right? I want to at least enter the Super Bowl so bad. We all do. We have been waiting our entire lives. I remember J-Mo not getting a lot of targets first. Makes me feel better about Tesla. Yeah, it was not Tesla. It was not St. Brown. It was not J-Mo. It was the offensive line and John Morton. They didn't want to scheme anything up. They wanted to do these long routes. They just wanted to screen passes. Everybody knew what the play was. You ask the offense for the Lions. They said, yes, we heard our plays being called. It was too predictable. When you remove that, now they do good. NFL should have the Rams Seahawks on a Monday night game. Hell yeah, it'd be way better. Man, if the Lions win the Super Bowl, I'd win a lifetime of love and happiness. I do got to get to going, though, a little bit early today for a little bit later, so I got some family stuff I got to deal with, but I appreciate everybody hanging out for this little bit of time that was on. Enjoy the game tonight. Be live for the game on Sunday where the Lions will travel to Philadelphia to face the Eagles and hopefully end up 7-3.